Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to have a quick tip for you. Now, what dominated the last chance qualifier tournament that was a little bit different from what you guys are probably facing in Weekend League or in regs or in money games, CFMs, anything like that, is just how dominant the quick base out of Trips tight end is. Now, for those of you guys that aren't familiar with it, it is out of a couple different playbooks, the main one being either Buffalo or New England. And the 45 quick base legitimately won and made people thousands of dollars based upon how effective it was against the meta, which is the 3-5 wide. Now, it's in a great formation one, right? Trips tight end is it's either the best formation in terms of passing or the second, depending upon what you think about bunch or bunch tight end. But it's up there, right? It's for sure within the top three. Now, a run like this that perfectly counters the meta is extremely important to have. So, if you are a trips tight end player, I would highly recommend switching over to this offense. Just tossing that out there. Now, the sake of this video, though, is how we can stop it. Because, like I said, people legitimately ran this over and over again throughout an entire Madden tournament that netted them thousands of bucks. So, it's going to become mainstream if it already hasn't by the time I get this out for you. So let me go ahead and get into the tip. No need to drag this on. Defensively, we're gonna stick with the 3-3-5. Now, this is my bread and butter formation. Now, I know some people like audibling down to 3-3-5 wide. You can do that if you want against most people. But when somebody's spamming the quick base, you'll definitely need a defense like this at your, exposure, right? Or you'll have to have this in your arsenal. And you can do it out of a couple different plays. My favorite ones to do it out of are cover 3 sky drop, or I like doing it out of cover 2 man, or the cover 1 contain spy. Those are the plays I prefer. Now, let me just go ahead and show you how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, pinch our defensive line, crash them down, right? So now you can press, you can do all that type fun stuff that you want. This linebacker that you saw creep down into the box right here, you can either leave him blitzing, you can put him into a zone, whatever you want to do with him. Your user will be this guy right here. And what you're going to do is you're just basically going to run straight down. The tackle's not going to pay attention to you. He's actually going to pinch down, basically meaning that the guard that's pulling will be the guy that picks you up. Now, you will not make the tackle normally, but what will happen is this player right here should be able to flow and make the tackle for either a loss of yards or at the very least a short gain. So let me go ahead and just show you how this works. As you see, I am able to run straight down, hit it in the backfield, right? Like I said, that's not going to happen every single time, but I want to go to the replay, and I just want you to see what actually happens here. The fact that this guy is pulling means that this tackle is going to essentially push down, meaning that it's the guard's responsibility to make the play with us, right? But since we know that we can essentially beat him to the punch and basically take away this edge, right? So even if, that guy picks us up, we're pushing him back into the numbers right here so one of our teammates can hopefully make the tackle. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it one more time just so you guys can see that it's pretty consistent. The thing that you need to pay attention to when running this is you need to go ahead and make sure your user is not far back, right? You want him down kind of right around the hip of the defensive end, right? So if you think about the hip of the defensive end, that same depth, right? Because the tackle's not going to go play you. He's just simply not. So you want to be close to the line of scrimmage so you can beat that guard over to the spot. And as you can see with us coming down, even though the guard did pick us up right there, the linebacker was able to fly over and make the tackle. So once again, like I said, you can do this out of a bunch of different plays. But the main one that I like doing this out of is either this one, the cover one, spy, cover one, you got cover 2 man or cover 3 sky drop. Right, so you can do it once again out of the same thing out of the 2 man under right here, right? So it's going to work the exact same way. Now the 2 man is a little bit different. That in the sense that if they know you're in a two-man under like that, and that guy's dropping back and you have nobody over on that side of the field, it's going to make it a little bit easier for them to hit you with the inside zone cutback, right? So you kind of got to pay attention when you're running that cover two man. Cover three sky drop is going to be right about the same. The only difference with this is you would want to take this backside linebacker and do that. Same type of concept, right? Now the reason you take the backside linebacker like that is because you still technically need somebody in front of the slot receiver, otherwise the slot receiver will pick you up. So just wanted to show you the couple different ways that you can do this. But as you can see, by pinching the defensive line, crashing them down, and then using this outside to take away any outside run like that, it's basically going to force a cutback, and they're going to have perfect stick to shoot this gap right here and also avoid not only the block shed, but avoid the linebackers that are standing there as well. So this does a great job of stopping that run. Now, you can do this out of other formations too. Obviously, if you wanted to be in 3-3-5 wide, you could do that. So for instance, say we wanted to be in Tampa 2, we could pinch and crash our defensive line down, take this player right here, move him back a little bit. So as you can see, you can do the same thing out of that. I broke it down at a 3-3-5 because that is my base.